This political video ad campaign generator, they call him a wizard or a guru or something like this. This Gorman, he lives up in Hollywood. He has created some crafty campaign ads that seem to catapult losers into winners. And so individuals are saying that, oh, this man is such a genius and such a wizard. Anything white folks do, they play it up and make it look like if it's the greatest thing on earth. But basically, I think what his knack or his niche is that he understands exactly where America is today, and so he's working on it. You see, he might not have been that influential, perhaps 30 or 40 years ago. I mean, a white person would have been, but not him with this kind of stupidness he's doing. Look at his ad about McDonald's not a witch. He has this sheep with red eyes looking evil and all that, so on. And this takes you back that time in the past when people were not as sophisticated as modern men, and you had to show them everything. They couldn't figure it out in their minds. And so, over time, what has happened in schools and in the community and on television and so forth, people are coming back to the place now where our minds are dwarfing and atrophying, and so that we have to be shown things clearly for us to understand. I think that's something like the hieroglyphics, and when they were using those birds as words, instead of write the word bird, you just draw a bird because that makes it easy. It doesn't leave you up to imagination to think maybe a dove or a pigeon or an eagle or some ostrich or whatever. They make it clear. So I think that he is capturing a time in which, I wish the government was interested in stuff like that. What has made America come to this position? I mean, this is crucial because the enemy could be, shepherding this kind of thing and then eventually end up, in some serious problems. I mean, it happened to Rome, it happened to all other civilizations. People became so trusting. And you see, individuals are talking in terms of, oh, I don't know if this black person could run this government or to be president, or if he could run this organization because they don't have no skills and the thing is to collapse. Well, thank you very much for not letting things collapse in our hands. They're going to collapse still, but it's going to be a white guy's going to collapse with. For example, um, Julian Assange, he put a whole bunch of secrets, military secrets on the internet so that China and Russia and every other person could understand what's up. And maybe, could this mean that maybe at some time they could use it to an advantage? You have the other officer in the army who handed over the information to Julian. He also is white. And I think the problem is that, and they're discovering this, when white kids go far away from home and they go to university and they get an F for the first time, it destroys them. They want to give up and so on because they've been accustomed to being just, encouraging and nice boy, you're doing good, here's an A, you didn't earn it, but you're white and I like it, here's an A. What I'm discovering is that even look at this girl, Levy, with the congressman. He told her that, they get married and they're going to live happily ever after. And she believed that, and he has his wife over in California. So she should have never left home. She should have stayed with her parents. Her parents should have trained her right. I mean, you're going to jog in that bush. You need to walk with a gun, a 9 millimeter or something. I mean, you could be attacked by maybe a fox or some bear or something. I mean, I won't go walking in that woods if I don't have a weapon. I've never had a weapon, nor have I interest in a weapon. Therefore, I won't go there. And you have so white folks are the ones that are doing things that undermining themselves and the people because they want to be super race and be in power forever. But the things they're doing are going to undermine them, and just like the Romans, the guys were saying, you know what, you be our soldiers and you do all the hard work. We can just watch videos and party and have fun and so on. Another thing, what I'm discovering is that these universities, they seem to need chaperones. These students coming from all over the country to a certain university, and guess what they're doing? They're by themselves, just smoking up, drinking all kind of new stuff and mixing things together. I was like, these are the guys who are going to be our future leaders. I mean, I think white folks, listen, man, I'm not against white folks or nothing, okay? I'm willing to submit to your white supremacy or whatever. But look, make sure your children, follow the past and be solid because, bro, I mean, it's so easy now for you to hate us because we don't have to do a lot to surpass them. And when you do that, you're in trouble. You could go to jail, you could get shot, you could get, all kind of problems, consequences. So, what but if you encourage your kids to be the best and to be strong so that we could have a chance to at least grow a little bit? Because right now, it doesn't take much to run them over. So, I want to be able to develop myself a little more. So, train them to go to the max. Let them try to run a mile in 2 minutes because I'm running a mile on the floor already, sort of. You know what I mean? So tell them to study, apart from this school, like for 30 hours because I want to start to study for like 40 hours. And I don't want to be doing it better than them because it's going to be a problem. If the sea is smarter than them, they don't want to hurt you. So I'm asking, please. All right. So this guy with this ad, basically, it's not anything brilliant. It's just that right now, folks' minds have atrophied so much that any stupidness could. And then there's all this voodoo across the place, all this Halloween, all this evil stuff. Anything, is kind of mesmerizing and profound. And I wish that we'll stop right now and have a reformation. Go back to sometime in the past when things were great. Maybe like when Roger Williams landed on the rock, the Plymouth Rock, and people were eager and interested in democracy and capitalism and freedoms, and they were willing to work their arse off to build this country up. Now that folks are just slacking up and saying, I ain't got to worry about it now, we superpower anyway, so I could just sleep and drink and just party and I have to work and everything will be good. No, that's how civilizations end. So you don't want this thing to end. Let us lift our minds up